What's up, boys? Wanted to go over this trade as quick as I can. I've been trying to record this video for like 4 times now, and shit just keeps fucking up. So, this is the last time I try to do this shit. But wanted to go over the TSHA trade, Tasha, whatever the fuck we want to call it today. Um, but just kind of want to point out a couple things that I saw gave me confidence in holding for the bigger move, um, and kind of just go over it really quick, or as quick as I can. I'm not going to go over all my trades on this thing today because I trade this thing quite a lot. Um, but yeah, just kind of gonna wing it here for the time being. So the first trade, yeah, I'm in this shit for quite some time. I don't even remember like what I really saw at this time. I'm not gonna go over this, but what I wanted to go over on part of that trade was my exit. Um, One thing you guys hear me talk about, and I don't know if it's how accurate it is, but it's proven to me that it's pretty accurate. Is the EMA crosses, right? You guys know I look for the 8 to 200. Usually I'm looking for that play right out of the gate in the morning, or early in the morning. Um, but if I'm not looking for that, I'm usually looking for the 8 to 20 cross at some point to show me what kind of trend the play's in or the stock's in. So um, my exit on this trade, I think at this point I'm a quarter left. We had this 8 to 20 cross. The 8's the green, the 20's 8's green, 20 is yellow. So I got out because two reasons. One, three reasons. The tape was showing me it was starting to move downwards. We had the 8 getting ready to cross the 20, and we have this trend line here. So once this thing didn't rebound, didn't hold the 8 or hold this 248 level I had, I bailed. I cut my position. I'm out. I'm happy. Trade's won. I'm good. Everything's fucking perfect on this trade. I'm happy with it. Um, this was the ticker of the day, so I did not take it off my radar. I had it on my thumbnail right here, off to the side, and just paid attention to it. I don't think any of us got caught in this knife down here, but I remember talking about it and saying, just making sure we all got out okay on that thing because that was kind of nasty. So as like I'm scanning around, this thing is on my thumbnail still. I'm still making sure, waiting for that move to confirm that it's on its fate. It's done for the day. Um, Scrolling over, this whole time is consolidation shit. I'm looking for other plays. But I'm still looking at this ticker because it has not faded yet. Um, the 8 is still below the 20. The price action is respected the 200 on the one, which is this purple line here. So I'm still seeing all this shit on my thumbnail, um, at the corner of my eye. Still just like scanning around looking at shit, and I think I'm not sure who said it or what happened, but um, we all noticed like this crazy spike happened out of nowhere, right? Um, should have been, well, our indicator should have been for me was this candle right here. This kind of broke through, not with crazy volume, but the 8 kind of, this was my signal, like the 8 is probably going to cross here. It's testing this downtrend line, it's coming up onto it. Um, should have put that on my radar if it was on my main. It wasn't on my main at the time. But looking at it now, that if I was paying attention, that would probably be my indicator. Anyways, long story short, I got back into this shit because someone called it out, and I knew the way this ticker was acting all day, so I chased the shit out of this. I just market bought this fucking thing. Um, could I have gotten a better entry? Yes. But the way this ticker was working today was, it would go up, it would test some level, come back down, and just kind of do like this little wiki shit all day long up until a certain level, where it would get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it would eventually crack, whip back down, and then we would have some type of support at certain levels where it would eventually break through with strength. So once it did this, it broke that 250 level we had been trying to crack earlier in the day, um, and it broke through with some strength. So three things happened there. Was one, it broke through with strength. The 8 crossed the 20 on the one, um, and it had broke through 250 with strength. So if had I chased, which I did, um, I would have had my stop set anything below 250. 248 was another level I had here, so I had a little zone, so to speak, to kind of have some stops in there, and you can see it bounce off to 250 pretty well. So I chased it. So what? It's a winning trade. Don't really care, but everything worked out for me on that one. My first scale on this was just I'm scaling on the pop here. We're kind of riding momentum here, so I'm looking for the violent move up to keep going, which this was, and I just hit the trigger and just sold I think half or maybe 30% of my position here. Um, Again, didn't break any levels with strength, so I'm looking for this to break this up here, this top of this wick with some strength. It's got that whippy action shit right here. It's got a little 1 minute it's putting in here. Still kind of consolidating on the one, looking at the five. It's kind of doing its thing here. Um, Eventually broke through, got a little bit tighter and broke through. Didn't scale anything here. Not really 100% sure why. Just fucking was just riding it, you know. Um, Trying to see how far I could take it. I think at this point I'm like pretty confident it's gonna go $3 because of this move. So I think I was kind of holding for $3 um, around here. I was thinking it was gonna continue going and not give us this whole like cup area right here. So I'm pretty sure that's why I held. I didn't scale anything out there. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at this, and then what happened is I'm looking at the five as well. Like we always look at the five. Um, we start seeing this 5 minute candle setup right here, right? Um, which is a perfect fucking slap. We're gonna hit this thing all day, every day if we can. Not the perfect 5 minute candle on the five as far as the VPA goes, but confident in what the stock is doing all day long. So kind of gave me confidence to get back into it or hit it with some more size, which I did. Not gonna lie, I was a little worried about it because of what I said earlier. EMA crosses, right? I'm always looking for the EMA cross. That's not where the entry is. There it is. I'm always looking for EMA crosses to give me signals that we could be in start to see a bearish trend happening. So, um, didn't scale any here. Again, just looking for reasons to sell. My reason to sell completely on this was if the 8 crossed the 20 on the 1, I'm all out. I don't even care. But what gave me confidence to stick into this play is the 5 minute flags I was setting up that I just showed you. So I knew I could take this thing off of. I don't think I took it off any levels. I think I was trying. I think I was trying to get the 259 level, which was after hours high from yesterday. Uh, but the way this thing was moving, had we got there off of this candle, it would have kind of invalidated my idea. The 8 most likely would have crossed the 20 on the 1, and then it could have trapped me here on my thesis and my idea had it got down here so quick and so early. So seeing that and seeing the way the tape was working, I kind of just raised up my limit buy. I think I got in at 262, I think. Um, and was just kind of hoping that it was going to do its thing and rebound and reclaim the 8 on the 1, which it did. Didn't do it on this candle necessarily, but this gave me confidence that it was going to do its thing. Had to hold through this. Definitely had to hold through this fucking shit right here. My stop was below 259, so 258 was probably going to be my stop on this thing. Um, and just kind of playing the levels and playing what the chart was showing me and what the level 2 was showing me. So held through that. Um, and then we get the move, right? We get the 5 minute flag starts to play out like the way we all anticipate. Start scaling on all the pops I could possibly get. I think I had my first sell was I think I wanted 275, but the way this thing was riding up, again, it's wicky, it's coming back down, it's going back up, it wicks again, it wicks, but it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter to this 274 level I have drawn out here. Um, so that tells me that this thing is gonna pop through um, with some strength and hold levels at some point. So why am I selling myself short at just selling at 275 when my target is $3? But um, I want to kind of confirm the idea that this thing is doing what I'm thinking it's doing, that it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and then showing strength. So that kind of gave me the idea like hold it for 280, right? Um, that's me getting greedy. Like that's 100% greed right there. But I should have stuck to the plan. I still made money on the trade, but should have stuck to my plan. Got out. I think at two. I don't think I got out 280. I think I got 279, 278. Was when my first scale was out right there. Because I think at the time I also knew I was like I'm getting greedy, so I'm like 280 I might be asking a little too much, so I just kind of dropped it down a little bit and scaled out some there. Um, Here is where my exit is on this whole trade is these little couple candles right here. Um, Looking at it now, it respected the 274 level, like 275, um, but it was also kind of mini downtrend here, right? So just wanted to lock stuff in and just take it, take off the table as much as I can. Um, Again, looking for that 8 to 20 cross. Is it going to give it to me? Because if it does, I'm out. I don't want to have to hold anything. I want to reconfirm that it's one's going to save itself or it's in a downtrend. So once this thing cracked the 20 on the one, even with the wick, I was out. I knew I was being greedy at this point. Because I felt the greed on this candle here and where my skills were. So was like, fuck it, I was happy. I'm up on the trade. I don't need to be super greedy with it. But um, 8 was crossing the 20 on the one, so what told me was like, hey, get the fuck out. You know your rules, respect them, do what you gotta do. Pay attention to it because it's still a ticker. Still waiting for that fade. So it never really came off my main. I was like still watching it because I was waiting for this thing just to really start selling. It kind of put in this bear flag right here. I've seen this happen numerous times where it looks like it's gonna reclaim it, and that's where it traps me, and I get into that shit, and then it dumps again. So I'm like waiting for this thing to reclaim with some volume, some strength, which it did. It respected this 270 level. Um, Again, still trying that 8. Kind of wicked back up. This kind of put this back on my okay. This might happen again. Um, Came in with some volume. So once I saw that, the candle closed above the 8 on the one. Got back into it. Took it off the 274 level, which it had already broken through. Um, Broke through with the resistance, starting to show that's a new support level. Took it off there, and we're just like we're smooth sailing again. Target's still $3, right? Um, just start scaling out on the pop here. Like just again trying not to be greedy as much as I possibly can. Just trying to fucking lock things in. Um, Took some off on this flag. I think I took it all off here. No, I took a good portion off here. Um, Again, not trying to be greedy, just trying to take it off the flag, right? Or take out as much profits as I can. Um, Paying attention to it still, right? We got this double top here, at the 295 level, which is like we're close to our target. We're close to $3. I know there's shorts here. I know they're gonna be fucking having stops up here somewhere. So, um, I bought back in some more off of this. If you couldn't see this was looking like a 1 minute flag. By the time I bought it, but it wigged down. Still respected the 8. Was like whatever. I could have got a better entry, but looked like a 1 minute flag, so I'm still cool. Stop is I think my stop was right here was the 284 level. If I remember correctly. We got the wicking action again. The wicking action is what kept me in this trade. Was again it would go up, test levels, wick, keep wicking, get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then fucking bust through with some strength. And my target was 3, so like we're close to my target where it's showing me it's doing everything it's been doing all day. So like let's just fucking let this bitch ride, right? Um, started doing its thing, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. But then it really started putting this bear flag formation in right here, so I started taking some off just to really lock it in and just be like, this might not happen, because we've seen it happen a couple times. It's already tested 295 3 times, got really close there, so I said fuck it, take it off the table or take a good portion of it off the table and just kind of watch this thing again, right? Let this thing ride. Again, it wicks down 8. I'm looking for that 8 to 20 cross again. I'm like, if this thing crosses, I'm fucking out, right? So it's wicking. It's wicked a couple of times on the bottom. I was pretty sure this thing was coming down here. It had already broken through this level here with some strength, but got wicked down pretty violently. Um, wasn't on. It was on some good size volume, but just was like it wasn't confident that I was gonna do its thing. So I took off the table, right? Um, and it happened really fucking quick, so which is why I bought it on the next candle because it wicked right back up. And this is where greed fucking got me like super fucking bad today. We're like the last 5 minutes in the day. I wanted three, right? Like three was my fucking target. From the moment I got into this trade, the middle of the day, I wanted $3. So, um, seeing this shit play out the way it's been doing all day with all the wick action and all the testing the levels, I knew that if it reclaimed the 8 on the 1, it was gonna bust through the 3, and who knows, we could have been squeezing in after hours. I was confident this thing was gonna happen, and it hit my target, but I didn't put any fucking sales there. Um, I had moved my sales from $3 to 305. That's what fucked me today, because I had a whole sale order for my whole position at $3, but seeing this action come in with volume fucked me up. My greed got the best of me today. Um, did not take it off at 3. Was like, okay, it still has relatively good strength going into after hours because we saw the way the walls were acting towards the end. They fucking ate the walls at the end of the day, so I'm like, this thing's gonna fucking go after hours, right? Obviously, we didn't see that fucking offering coming. I didn't see that candle coming, and I got fucked on it, right? So, wasn't with huge size, but it took a good portion of my green away from me today. Um, is what it is. I'm not going to complain. I'm still green in the trade, but what fucked me today was my greed. And I know you guys know, and just as much as I know, is that like when things start going your way, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If I'm feeling 100% confident things are going to move, like I'm having 100% confidence in this whole fucking move all day long, something bad's going to happen at some point, and I need to be ready for that thing. Didn't see an offering coming, but I also didn't see, my stop was initially this 284, but I never set, I'm letting this thing fucking ride after hours. I don't have any stops in after hours. Like I'm just like I'm waiting for my 305 order to go through because I think it's gonna happen. We got this wiki action shit. It starts going down here. 8 obviously is crossing the 20 on the 1, but didn't get to cancel my limit order and I didn't get to get my order in to get it out as fast as I can. So I had to fucking like drag my order all the way down just to get out where I did. So that's my fucking trade, and greed got me today. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Like I'm mad that like I should have obeyed my targets. I'm glad it hit my targets. I was right in my thesis that things were gonna play out, but I didn't take profits where I should have taken them. Got really greedy on the trade and paid for it in the end. Paid for it at the very end. So lesson learned. But I just want to show you guys about like the 8s crossing the 20. It doesn't always happen every single time, but this is like a main thing that like gave me confidence. The way this ticker was acting, the way the tape was acting. EMA crosses are really big in my playbook, and if you guys aren't using them, maybe you don't want to put them in there. This is a good trade to look at that it did respect those EMAs pretty well. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt if you guys want to put that in your playbook or not. But I know I say it a lot and I don't really explain it a whole lot because most of the time I'm in a trade, I'm pretty quiet. I'm just paying attention to the tape. I'm trying to pay attention to everything that's happening. But if usually I will get back into a trade 9 times out of 10 if we reclaim the 8 on the 1, it gets above it and has some strength and some volume behind it, and if the ticker is like showing that it's an upward, has potential to hit, bigger levels, which this one did, and just got fucked with that offering. So, anyways, went a little bit longer, but you can tell I got a little emotional about this fucking trade because it fucked me in the end. But again, I'm gonna try to take it, as best as I can, but whatever, man. I was red last week and I'm green today, which is my first day trading, so I'm just gonna take that as a win and just study a little bit more and do whatever. But all right, boys, that's it. Catch you guys in the morning. Peace. I'm F-R-E-S-H, yeah, ho. Your man got money, bitch, but I got more. Pimpin' is alive and it's doing so well.